A lot of us here are using either pig's blood or bacon grease on our bullets, packing it in the middle.
Why?
So that when you shoot a Muslim, they go straight to hell. That's what they believe in their religion.
Don't fuck with white people.
You see?
Yeah, I see it. What if there's a group of them? Then how would you do it?
The next step in jihad does not involve random sporadic attacks. They start killing people. They start slaughtering people wholesale. Do you really expect me to stand here and wait till we get to that point? I'm not going to wait till we get to that point. I'm going to start doing something about it now.
Heavy Irving police presence, including SWAT on standby, as members of the Bureau on American Islamic Relations, or BEAR, take what they call a stand outside the Islamic Center of Irving.
We're here protesting Syrian refugees coming to America, protesting the Islamization of America.
It's a boiling pot. The top is on this kettle really, really tight. And it is going to blow.
Oh, there he goes. So that's David, right?
David and his crew are preparing for what they call an Arab Rising, where they fear thousands of Muslims would take to the streets in Texas. He agreed to take me out to where they train.
A protest could very easily turn into a battle in like 1 second, and it'd be a street battle. So that's one thing we prep for. Now, if you get to the point where there's an Arab Spring, where there's a lot of radical Muslims here and they all decide to hit the streets at one time, then that's totally different than being at a protest. That's going to be more of a battlefield type situation. We had 2 ISIS terrorists come to Garland, Texas, where I grew up.
Do you know the radicals? I get the sense you do.
I know some of them.
Who?
Yeah, of course.
Then don't be afraid to tell me. Who are the radicals?
I've been telling people.
Who are the radicals?
Well, it depends on what level you're talking about.
Doesn't matter. Who are the radicals?
Let's see, Mohammed El-Abayri. He was a Homeland Security advisor. The radical people in Europe are the same radical Islamic people we have here. They're not just like a different breed. They are the same people. And if they're doing it over there, they're going to do it here too.
Fear and distrust of Muslims has long existed in the U.S., particularly since 9/11. Recent ISIS attacks in Europe have only escalated tensions. But lately, anti-Muslim rhetoric is being used as a tool of politics.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
We need to be directing our efforts at stopping that from happening, stopping isolated communities from festering jihadism.
So we better start getting tough, and we better start getting vigilant, and we better start using our heads, or we're not going to have a country, folks.
In the past year, hate groups in America have grown by 14%. Texas is home to more than any other state. Isolated attacks on Muslims have surged. Several months ago, a man came to this shop, yelling anti-Muslim slurs. A week later, he returned, pulled out his handgun, and opened fire. A bystander was killed. Brian, an employee, was shot in the back during the encounter.
I heard the bullets hitting the rims and and then between the cars, I was just like, wow, because it was shot after shot after shot after shot. And once I felt that first bullet, every bullet I heard after that, I felt it like if it was hitting me.
That's the dent? One of the bullets that hit?
Yeah.
Okay. And where was he shooting from?
From over there.
So he shot from over there and it hit here?
Yeah. Because he was shooting all across, all across that.
How many rounds did he shoot?
I'm not sure. It was the whole clip though. It was quite a bit. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
So he was just going nonstop?
He let go till it ran out of bullets. Yeah.
Omar, the shop owner, ran out with his gun and fired back.
I finished all the bullets at him.
How many?
13 bullets. Yeah,
did he get hit?
Huh? Oh yeah, he did.
Omar says he must be armed and vigilant. He believes attacks on Muslims will only get worse.
I always keep my gun with me, It's normal to me. I don't care. If I don't have a gun with me, it bothers me. Mr. Donald Trump, Mr. Obama, I don't care. This is gonna be like this forever till the war ends. And It's life. You like it or not.
So this is the Richardson Mosque. It's a place where David Wright and his crew have been protesting. I'm going to go and talk to the Imam and see what he has to say.
Imam Spendam Nakaju fears for the safety of his community. Bear showed up to his mosque with guns.
I think that it's almost as though they're kind of like waiting for this opportunity. Think we're going to take America back, and we're going to do so by purging, these minorities. That's the feeling I get, to be quite frank. I mean, I know still America is the land of, laws, and there's constitution and enforcement and so on and so forth. But
Something's been brewing.
it's brewing, and the concern is that if there's really that many of folk who are supportive of a public display of xenophobia towards Muslims, towards Hispanics, towards, minorities in that sense, who knows? It's a ticking time bomb. It's scary.
As Bear prepared for another protest, a battle erupted on social media, this time between the members of Bear and the Black Panthers.
The Dallas police asked us to postpone it and have a meeting with them and the Nation of Islam and see if we can come to a diplomatic solution before protesting, because they were afraid that it was going to start a race riot. And our protest was not about race. It was about radical Islam being a problem in America. But the people in South Dallas from the Black Panthers and some other groups in that area decided to make it about color, black and white, and it was never about black and white.
So I'm over here looking at David's Facebook page, and it's just a few days before the protest, and I'm seeing lots of pushback from the Nation of Islam and the Black Panthers. I'm noticing comments like Black Power, death to crackers. It seems like things are getting very intense.
We're not going to take these threats and these actions by domestic terrorists, Nation of Islam, and their militant wings like the Black Panthers and the Fruits of Islam, who threaten to kill white people, white babies, and cops.
You can't come into South Dallas and think you're going to intimidate us with weapons. This was a people's victory against Barrett. This was a people's victory from right-wing thinkers like Donald Trump and other folks like that. That you're not going to come down here to South Dallas, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Dixon Circle, Pleasant Grove, West Dallas, East Dallas, where you think you're going to come from?
In the wake of this conflict, the Muslim community often finds itself paralyzed, if not with fear, then indecision about what to do. I met with students at University of Texas in Dallas.
It's the followers of Trump that scare me the most, besides what he's saying of banning Muslims and stuff. It's people that are going to follow him.
I think that in order for Trump to have actually been empowered or came to where he is now, obviously there had to have been followers or people that agree with his rhetoric from beforehand.
After the Paris attacks, I was at a parking lot. I was coming out of the grocery store, so I got in my car. This guy approaches me. He's a big white dude. He's like, "Are you Muslim?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm Muslim. Do you have any problem or question?" Then he's like, "No, you know what? If I could, I'll kill you here right now." And then he takes his jacket and shows me his gun.
What do you guys represent in all of this? Because look, it's true. There are honor killings happening. There are suicide bombs happening. It's happening. It's for real. So what do you have to say about all that? Where do you position yourself in all of this?
The reason why this, Islamophobia is so prevalent is because we as a Muslim community, we're not going out and doing our job. We're not going out and informing the masses that we're good people.
And we need to make big deals about this, whether it's money involved or not, lawsuits, but these kind of acts, we need to make a big deal out of it.
You're not wrong for being Muslim. There's nothing wrong with you being Muslim. We are way too scared to be Muslim.
With so many variables, it's hard to predict where things will go. A Trump presidency may embolden anti-Muslim sentiment. Another terrorist attack could lead to more backlash. David Wright and his followers insist they never instigate violence, only defend against it. But in a country infamous for gun-related deaths, it's not hard to imagine these armed protests quickly escalating into a shootout. The irony is that for both groups like Bear and the vast majority of Muslims across the US, the goal is the same: preventing terrorist attacks in the name of Islam.